another moment of deep reflection. In this presentation, we're going to be looking at how to start a speech, how to start your public speaking adventure. When you get an opportunity to speak at an event, how do you start your presentation? How do you start when you get on stage? I want to say that stage fright is real, and one of the ways to fight it is to ensure that you are sufficiently prepared before you come to the place where the event is taking place. Now, there are several ways to start a presentation. Typically, you want to find a way to draw the attention of those who are listening to you, so that when you take off, you would be sure that you have their attention, and for the rest of the presentation, you just make sure that you don't lose their attention. So the first thing I want to say is that when you come on stage, it's important to acknowledge your host, the person who invited you to speak. It's important to acknowledge your host. It's important to acknowledge other speakers if there are other speakers, and if someone has spoken before you, you can put in a word or two about their presentation, just a compliment, and maybe you can even take out something powerful that they said and use it to set the ball rolling for your own presentation. Now, there are a series of things that you could do as an opener. The first one is that you can start your presentation with a video, a short clip that people get to watch, and then maybe they share what it is that they got from that video, what excites them about the video, what they learned from the video. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is that you could start with a story, a short story. The story could be real, could be an anecdote, could be fictional. The idea is to get people to pay attention to you because you are at the center of attention at that point in time. Another thing that you could do to get the attention of people is you could start with a rhetorical question, a question that does not call for an answer but calls for deep reflection. And as they are reflecting on that question, you can launch with your presentation. Yeah. Whatever you do, make sure that you get the attention of those who are sitting before you, and sometimes before and behind you, within the first 5 minutes of your presentation. At the beginning of your presentation, you raise their expectation, you fulfill those expectations. So you should be inspiring, you should be motivating, you should be persuasive in your presentation. Remember that you will never have a second opportunity to make a good first impression. So you must work hard to ensure that you get it right the first time. But this is going to take a lot of practice. You may want to practice your presentation before you deliver it. Yeah. And you should also be ready to be flexible. You may have prepared your presentation on PowerPoint, and then on coming, there is no electricity and you are not able to go with your initial plan. You should be dynamic enough to reroute, to find another route to start your presentation. You should bring your presentation not just in a flash or in a notebook, but in you. You should carry it with you, so that even if you don't have access to your notes, you would still not be blank. You would have something to say, something inspirational, something powerful. There have been times when I've come to do a presentation with something like a series of pictures that are just shared to the audience. They look at it and then I ask them, what do you think about this? Begin to discuss what they felt while they were looking at the pictures. it already sets the stage for the presentation. So how you start matters. How you start your presentation matters. Always acknowledge those who gave you the platform, no matter how many times you have used that platform. Always acknowledge those who give you that platform. Acknowledge the other speakers if there are other speakers. Show gratitude for the opportunity given to you to speak, and do a good job when you start speaking. Think about this. We'll continue in the next presentation on public speaking. Thank you.